all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one.
Hey, it's KJ, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 tips on how to decorate a Christmas tree. These are going to be tips/steps. I'm going to take you through step by step on how I decorate my Christmas tree. I have lots of Christmas trees in my home. I have 10 or maybe 12 Christmas trees that are 7 feet and over. I might have one 6-footer in there in those like 10 or 12, but basically they're all like 7 feet and higher. And then I also have, I think like 2 4-foot Christmas trees maybe, or maybe 3. I don't know. We have a lot of Christmas trees here. So I do a lot of Christmas tree decorating year after year. So I thought, let me put a list together of how I decorate my trees. I'll give you all of my hacks. I'll give you all of my Christmas tree decorating tips, and I'll take you through step by step on how to do it. But I did want to say before we get into the decorating, this is how I decorate my Christmas trees. You can decorate your Christmas trees however you like it. This video is designed to give you inspiration on how to decorate your Christmas trees. Your tree is in your home, not my home, not on Pinterest, not in a magazine, not on TikTok, like it's in your home. So decorate your tree however makes you happy. But if you need a little inspiration or a step-by-step guide, then this is definitely the video for you. Or if you just want to enjoy some Christmas tree decorating, then this is the video for you. So like I said, I'm going to take you through step-by-step on how to decorate your Christmas tree, give you all of my tips along the way. And hopefully by the end of this video, if you're a tree decorating novice, you'll feel more confident decorating your Christmas tree. But guys, no matter what, your tree is going to come out great. So without further ado, let's get into the Christmas tree decorating. Tip number 1 for decorating your tree, make sure you give yourself time to fluff the tree. Don't rush through it. Give yourself at least 5 minutes to fluff your tree. It really makes all the difference when you're decorating your tree. When it's nice and fluffy and the branches aren't all like crumbled together, you really want to have them spread out and just really fluff it as much as you can. Like I said, take at least 5 minutes, really no more than 10 minutes unless you have a really big tree. This tree is a slim flocked tree, so it's really not going to take me that long. But again, don't forget to fluff your tree. Tip number 2 for decorating your Christmas tree. If you have a real tree or if you have a tree that is not pre-lit, you're gonna wanna put your lights on next. But I have a little hack for how I put my lights on. Instead of putting them on the traditional way, I guess it's the traditional way, around the tree, I go up and down because I do have one tree that is not pre-lit. Out of all of my Christmas trees, only one of them is not pre-lit. So I do have to put Christmas lights on it. And you'll see here, I'm putting them on from top to bottom because it's just easier, in my opinion, to do it that way. And I think it looks just as beautiful. I just think it's easier to go up and down as opposed to around and around. Tip number 3 is to organize your ornaments before you put them on the tree. Lay them out so that you can see everything before you put it on because you don't want everything to be cluttered. I also like to organize mine by the type of ornaments or the shape of ornament. That way I'm not putting a bunch of the same type of ornament all on the same spot. So that is the next thing that I do. And let me show you my ornaments for this particular tree. See here, I have all of my decor laid out and it's somewhat organized. I have things that are, if there's just one of them, like I have there over here, I have a couple of signs here that they don't go together, but they're similar. That bird's by itself. Then I have a bunch of these little truck ornaments, a bunch of the ball ornaments. Those 2 signs are similar. Those are similar. And then I have all of the little sleigh bells. Those 3 ornaments came together. A few other stragglers back there. That box of ornaments, some trees. I have my garland and my ribbon and another lone ornament. So I like to organize them so that when I am putting them on the tree, I go basically one at a time. So I'll do the balls first. Well, I mean, I'll do my garland and my ribbon first, but then I'll do the Christmas balls and then I'll probably do those. And then you guys will see as I go. So tip number 4 is to put on your garland next. Tip number 5, now you're gonna go in with your ribbon. So once you do your garland, you're going to do your ribbon. Now you can do your ribbon a number of ways. I actually have a video on different ways you can ribbon your tree. Today I'm gonna do something really simple. We're just gonna go from top to bottom with the ribbon, but there are so many different ways you can ribbon a tree. But today we're gonna keep it simple. Tip number 6 is to fill in the gaps in your tree with larger ornaments. So for this tree, I use these large balls here. I got these from Dollar Tree like years ago, and I will go and I will put these on first and just sort of tuck them into the tree. Sometimes I'll hang them on the tree or I'll just tuck them in. That way it just sort of hides any gaps. This tree doesn't really have too many gaps, so it's great that I don't really have to do that. But if you have a larger tree, a lot of times you'll have some gaps in the back that you need to fill in. Or if you have a real tree, you'll have some gaps you might need to fill in. Another thing about using these larger ornaments is it gives depth to your tree. So when you set them back a little bit, it just gives more dimension and depth to your tree, and it just makes it look so pretty. Tip number 7 for decorating your Christmas tree, you're going to continue to go from large to small. So I'm going to go in with some of my smaller ornaments, and I'm just going to continue to go again from large to small. If you have any picks, now would be the time to put the picks in. I would count those as large. I'm not going to do any picks today for this tree, but if you do have them, this would be the time to put in your picks, because you really want to fill in your tree before you put in these smaller ornaments. So again, we're going large to small, do those large bulbs first, then do your picks, fill in your tree so there are no gaps, and then work your way again from large to small. So let's finish decorating this tree. All right, guys, I have a bonus tip for you. If you have little ones, make sure to use shatterproof ornaments, because as you saw, that one just fell, and you know, with little fingers, things can fall off trees. Or if you have pets. If you have cats, I don't have cats, I have a dog. But if you have cats, my sister has a cat, and it is always swatting at her tree at Christmas time. So just make sure you have shatterproof ornaments if you have little ones or you have pets, because they can knock them down, and the last thing you want is everything to crash down. Another bonus tip for you guys is if you do have little ones or pets and you don't want things to break, put your breakable ornaments at the top. So I know we were just talking about doing large to small. Also do from top to bottom, do your more fragile ornaments at the top, because you don't want them to break if little fingers get on them, or your cat or dog or whatever. So there's a couple bonus tips for you guys. So these are the only fragile ornaments I have. So like I said, we're gonna put our fragile ornaments at the top because we don't want them to break when we have little kids and pets around the house. So again, don't forget to do that. Tip number 8, put our tree topper on. Well, the last thing we're gonna do, like, to our actual tree. You'll see there's a step after this, but this is my tree topper. I just like to use bows. I keep it simple. However you like to top your tree. I know some people like to do it with picks. Some people like a traditional star. Some people like a traditional angel. And some people just like whatever they like. So whatever you like, that is going to be how you will complete the look for your tree. I like to do this last because it's a bow, because I feel like I like all my ornaments on, and then I'll see where I want to put the bow, and then if I have to move things, I will. But basically, I don't know, I just like the look of it. So all right, you guys, it's time for tip number 10, or step number 10. I don't know, like I said, as I've gone through this, I feel like I'm really changing it from tips to steps, but they're kind of both. So the last thing is to add your tree skirt. Now, one of my tips, I guess, is to use a blanket as your tree skirt. It is super cost effective. I believe I got this one at Five Below for $5. So you really can't beat that price. Super affordable, super versatile, and just, I think, so cozy and cute. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite tip was. If you have any Christmas tree decorating hacks yourself that you'd like to leave in the comments, would love to hear them. And leave me a little Christmas tree emoji, because I always like to see who makes it to the end of the video. And with that, if you guys liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. And I will see you guys in my next one. Merry Christmas. Bye.